Hey everyone, my name is Fabio. I'm a computer science major in Venus, and I'm joined here with my co-host today, Ali.
Yeah, my name is Ali Abdurrahman. I'm also a computer science major in British. I'm in the batch of 24, and today we'll be talking about.
We'll be talking about our new experiences as foreigners in Jakarta, since we are not used to the food, the transportation, and most of the culture that is present here. We got a lot of interesting inputs on what we have on our experiences. So, without further ado, let's talk about food. Ali, did you want to start about the food in Indonesia?
Yeah, so the first thing that I noticed about the food in Indonesia was that the food was really spicy. But I personally love spicy food, and one thing that you see very commonly here is noodles, and now noodles are one of my favorite things to eat. But generally, my favorite dish that I ate while I was here in Indonesia was rendang. It's like meat with sauce, and the food here is really cheap too. You can get really good food for not that expensively, and there's a lot of street food with a lot of diversity, which we do not have in Somaliland. What did you think about the food here, Fabio?
So, being from America, I really like that the food here is much cheaper. It's maybe like 3 times more cheaper than America. So, for here, I get every meal for like $2 or $3. In America, it would be like $9, $10. So it's great for the wallets. And the food, yeah, it's spicy, which is good though. I'm from Peru also. I have Peruvian family, and we eat a lot of spiciness, so I like the spiciness here. I gotta say, satay is my favorite, and the peanut sauce is something new. You don't see that in USA. Peanut sauce is actually rarely found in anything, so the peanut sauce is amazing. Indomie was the first thing I ever had when I got here, since I came here with my girlfriend, and it was maybe like 2 a.m. when I got from the airport, so the only thing that it was open was like street food with Indomie, and my God, I knew I was gonna love the food here. But yeah, let's move on now, since we covered food. Now we can cover transportation.
Yeah, so the transportation in Jakarta is really different from that in Somaliland, mainly because here there are a lot of motorbikes and stuff, and you don't see motorbikes in Somaliland. We also, like in Indonesia, we have something called Gojek, so you can take a motorcycle to wherever you want at any time, which we don't have in Somaliland, which is really convenient for us. But the crazy thing, my first time riding a motorcycle was a pretty crazy experience. I have like long legs, and it was really it was kind of hard to fit on the bike, and I was really struggling for a few minutes, and then it was kind of scary for me the first time because I've never ridden a motorcycle before, but it was really fun after that. And yeah, the transportation is really cheap, and you can go wherever you want for less than $10 anywhere you want. Yeah, it's really good. How about you?
Yeah, man, the bike's the coolest thing. It was the first time I ever was on a bike here when I came to Jakarta. And usually in the USA, if you got a motorcycle, you know, you're like got tattoos, you're in a gang, like you're really hardcore. But here, everyone has bikes, and it's really nice to actually get the experience riding a motorcycle through the city. It was actually kind of shocking, and I was scared at first, but now I do it like every day. But yeah, the traffic is really hard because if you're in a car, I think it's really hard to drive because you got to watch out for the pedestrians, the motorcycles. There's a bunch of trolleys. There's even horses on the road. I even tried driving once, and it was rough. I was going really slow. My heart was beating fast. So yeah, the driving here is really hard compared to USA. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the malls, because I think Jakarta is very infamous for the malls. Ali, what was your experience with the malls?
So we don't really have any malls in Somalia. we only have like markets, but like we're with like open doors, but we don't have like malls with different shops and stuff. And then my first time going to the Grand Indonesian was like I was shocked by how big it was. Like it was like I was shocked by how big it was and all the lights and stuff. And it was like just a crazy experience. And actually, the first time I went with two of my other Somali friends, and we actually got lost in the mall. We didn't know where we were, and we couldn't even find the exits. We've been walking around for hours. I don't remember what we came for, but we couldn't find what we wanted, and it was really funny. After walking around for hours, we finally found what we wanted, and yeah, we found our way out. Yeah, so it was a fun experience. Yeah, the malls are really big, and they have basically anything you'd ever want to buy from malls and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
How about me? So in the malls, yeah, we have them in USA. It's quite nice, and they have everything you really need. But however, most malls in the USA, I find that they're like 2 floors, 3 floors. They have no security whatsoever. I mean, they do have a mall cop, but you don't have to get scanned, or your bags, luggage doesn't have to be looked at, or you don't have to scan in. I believe it's Peru, that's the app. You don't have to do any of that. You just walk in. And the comparison to the USA Mall and Jakarta Mall, I would say Jakarta's more fancier. The stores are much more quality. I think in the USA Mall you have like you have people goofing off in the stores, and like you got those kids running around like throwing stuff throughout the mall. And here in Jakarta, it's much more, I guess, more fancy and more proper. And I remember I walked into an Under Armour, and in USA, you got it's just a store, nothing too impressive. But when I came here, I saw they had a room with just for a treadmill that you can try on the Under Armour shoes, and you can run on the treadmill and see how it feels when you buy the shoe and you're running on it. I was like, damn, that's really cool. And like Ali said, it's everything you need and more, because it's like 8 floors, 7 floors. You got movie theaters, you got everything inside a mall. So yeah, I gotta say the malls here are just beautiful. But yeah, moving on, we're gonna go into the weather. So Ali, what did you think of the weather here?
So the weather in compared to Somaliland, like Somaliland is like basically a desert. So in the morning it's very sunny and like the sun really hits you, and then at night it's like really cold, dropping to like 10 degrees or so in the winter. But here in in Jakarta, it's the opposite. Like we have a lot of rain here, and it's really humid, and it's warm. But like you don't see the sun. It's not as hot as in Somaliland at night, and the nights are pretty chill in Jakarta too. We can also we didn't used to have air conditioning back in Somaliland. Yeah, and then here it's like everywhere you have air conditioning, which is really amazing. Yeah, I really like the weather here. I love the rain too. Yeah. How about you, Fabio? How was your experience?
Yeah, so in New Jersey, it's very seasonal. So in the winter, it's really cold. In the summer, it's really hot. In the fall, it's cool and breezy. But when I came here, I noticed it was very similar to Florida. When I went to Florida in the USA, it's very tropical. It rains like every day, but then it gets sunny. The weather changes very often throughout the whole day, but it stays hot. So I like it. It's really nice for me because I'm not much of a guy who likes the cold. And I can play basketball, soccer any time of the day. I wish it didn't rain as often though, because it really spoils my plans when I'm playing basketball. And other than that, I wish I could wear like my jackets that I brought from USA. I was kind of dumb bringing my jackets, but yeah, I like the weather here. It's you can't really be depressed with the sun shining and the rain pouring every day. And then yeah, that about does it for our experiences in Jakarta as foreigners. I hope you guys appreciate if you guys are from Jakarta, I hope you guys appreciate what you guys have, because it's quite beautiful. To me and Ali, don't have much complaints for the city that we are in now. And Ali, did you have anything to end it off?
I don't have much to say except that, yeah, as you said, this place is really amazing. I love everything. There's very few things that I didn't that I didn't love when I came here. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And if you haven't came here yet, I'd highly recommend coming here and checking Indonesia out. It's a really beautiful place to be in. And yeah, I think we're about done.
Yeah, that wraps it up for us, guys. Thank you for listening and enjoy your day.